Episode 453. Team 2 immediately understood Team 1's intentions. Han Wenqing, Zhang Xinjie, and Deng Fusheng moved forward together. Han Wenqing took the lead in the attack, with Deng Fusheng providing cover from the side and Zhang Xinjie offering support. It was essentially another perfectly coordinated iron triangle. The three of them fought with perfect rhythm, holding their ground against the 5 charging opponents for the moment.
Spread out and engage.
Yu Wenzhou had to say something. Going head-to-head with a classic iron triangle formation was unwise. They had a high defense knight for cover and a cleric for healing. What did his team have? It's all offense. We have to attack relentlessly. If we take a hit, that's damage we can't recover from. Yu Wenzhou's order came down, and the team immediately complied, their formation scattering in an instant. Huang Shaotian's troubling reign continued to press the assault head-on, providing a frontal distraction. Meanwhile, Zhou Zikai's Cloud Piercer circled around the flank, firing as he advanced toward Wang Jixi and Su Mucheng. Chu Yunshu was dead set on rescuing Su Mucheng. What was there to hesitate about? She completely ignored the three of them, charging straight in for the rescue. As for Yu Wenzhou, he coordinated with Huang Shaotian, the two of them working in tandem to pin down that iron triangle. On the second team's side, the three of them focused on holding their ground while steadily retreating under the enemy's pressure. They also had to maintain their link with Wang Jixi position, ensuring he wouldn't be left isolated. Though they were only 4, the presence of healing support kept their nerves steady. Zhang Xinjie was a top-tier cleric, and his mastery over sustaining a fight was absolutely flawless.
Oh no!
Up in the stands, Chen Guo was on edge. Her absolute favorite player, Su Mucheng, was in a very bad spot. Chen Guo played a launcher herself, so she knew exactly what this class was afraid of. The launcher, with the longest attack range of all 20 classes, is notoriously weak in close combat. Now pinned down by Wang Jixi, she was in a real bind. The witch class is known for its versatile attacks, and Wang Jixi himself is famously called the magician. Su Mucheng couldn't break free. She was being completely suppressed.
How much longer can I hold on?
Su Mucheng was asking herself the same question. It was the all-star match, sure. But giving up the moment things got tough, that was hardly professional. Su Mucheng was struggling to hold on. She saw her teammates from Team 1, especially Chu Yunshu, trying desperately to break her free, but their efforts were chaotic and uncoordinated. Strangely, she felt no real hope from their attempts. If anything, a pang of bitterness welled up inside her. She couldn't help but think of a certain someone. If that person were here, would Wang Jixi still be able to push her around like this? Bullying might be too strong a word, but given the current situation, it certainly seemed that way. Su Mucheng had no way to deal with Wang Jixi attacks. It wasn't that she didn't trust her teammates. Yu Wenzhou's tactical planning and command were on par with Ye Shu's. Huang Shaotian and Zhou Zikai's technical skills were also top tier. When Chu Yunshu rushed to her aid, she did so with reckless abandon. Su Mucheng knew all this. Yet she couldn't shake the feeling that if Ye Shu were here, things would be different. Even if it were just Ye Shu alone, it definitely wouldn't have been. Su Mucheng suddenly realized that, in the end, she wasn't all that strong. Those rare moments of strength came only when she knew, even if Ye Shu wasn't right beside her, he was somewhere close by, holding everything up. Even if the sky fell, Ye Shu would be the one to catch it. She could just sit off to the side and doodle in the dirt, and it would be fine. But this time, as that thought crossed her mind, Su Mucheng instinctively glanced toward a certain spot in the audience stands. She couldn't see anything, but she knew in her heart that the seat was empty. Ye Shu wouldn't be coming today, let alone suddenly leaping onto the stage to take over the match and utterly crush the opponent like he did yesterday. What she truly hoped for would never come to pass. Right now, the only person I can truly rely on is myself. Su Mucheng had never once thought of relying on Yu Wenzhou, Huang Shaotian, or Zhou Zikai, not even Chu Yunshu, with whom she had a good relationship.
I have to rely on myself.
I'd already made that resolution when Ye Shu left, so why did I completely forget it the moment I saw him nearby again? Ye Shu's situation isn't great right now. Relying on him would just be a burden. I do enjoy playing a supporting role by his side. but it can't become a burden.
It's time to rely on myself.
Su Mucheng told herself this once more, with absolute conviction. Then, with a quick glance at the battle, she unleashed a lightning-fast uppercut. The launcher skill is the most basic launcher move a launcher has. You swing your hand cannon to send your opponent skyward. And it hit. Even Su Mucheng herself couldn't say for sure. Was it a sudden surge of emotion that sharpened her vision, judgment, and reflexes to a peak, or was it just a complete fluke? In any case, when Wang Jixi's Vicaria, riding its broom, rocketed toward her dancing rain once more, her rising strike connected with perfect accuracy, smashing Vicaria right out of the air. Vicaria was immediately launched from his broom. It was a basic combo, but Su Mucheng's fundamentals were rock solid. She followed up with a BBQ. Even a god-tier player like Wang Jixi, with his lightning-fast reactions, couldn't possibly block it in time. Dancing Rain drove a knee into Vicaria, sending him higher, then swung out her heavy machine gun. A stream of bullets spat from the blazing barrel, hammering into Vicaria's frame. This low-level skills damage might be negligible in a top-tier duel, but after this BBQ, Wang Jixi's Vicaria was finally sent flying far, far away. With this BBQ, Su Mucheng executed a beautiful recoil control maneuver, even intending to send Vicaria crashing into the middle of the Iron Triangle formation. This sudden turn of events was genuinely unexpected, not just for everyone else, but even Su Mucheng herself was taken aback. She'd just been thinking about giving it her all, and she'd actually managed to break free from Wang Jixi's relentless pressure.
What's gotten into the girls today? They all seem to be in exceptionally good form today.
Yu Wenzhou muttered to himself, puzzled, but his hands remained meticulous. Seeing the situation change, he immediately made new arrangements.
Perfect timing.
Huang Shaotian's spirits soared, and he swung his sword to meet the descending Vicaria. BBQ isn't a skill that forces a knockdown, not even with recoil control. For Wang Jixi, it was simply impossible for them to so easily turn his Vicaria into a human bomb to crash into his own teammates. Seeing Vicaria falling, Huang Shaoqian saw his chance. He launched himself into the air, Troubling Rain's sword flashing free for a rising phoenix slash aimed to cleave Vicaria down to the ground. Wang Jixi saw it coming. Even mid-air, he could still react. He whipped his broom around in a spinning attack, his body twisting like a top. The broom's sweeping arc was massive, and it intercepted Huang Shaotian's falling phoenix slash before it could land. Huang Shaotian's response was lightning fast. Seeing his attack was doomed, he instantly threw up a guard mid-air, parrying the broom and using the force to fly backward. But then, out of nowhere, a brilliant pillar of light slammed down from the heavens, bathing the still spinning Vicaria in its full radiance. The main column struck the ground, then split into 6 smaller beams that began to whirl and sweep across the area. Han Wenqing and the other two, fighting side by side in that very spot, were immediately sent scrambling. Everyone recognized it, the launcher's level 70 ultimate, satellite beam. Getting hit by even a single blast was no joke.
The ladies today are certainly quite violent.
That satellite beam.